Hi children, how are you all? Are you all fine? Yes, I hope you all are fine and well. Okay, let's begin with subject SS and chapter 7, Development of New Religious Ideas. Development in new religions means you know that in our earlier period I told you about that Vedic age, later Vedic age, and then you know past Vedic age. This is all I taught. Okay, so during the 16th century, the society was followed different complex religious rituals. Common people they did not like these all rituals. You know, some religious rituals followed by the people, most probably the Hinduism rituals and religious worships were there, and it was became complex rituals were there. With the growth of towns, with the growth of towns and cities, trade flourished in all over the part. Some social groups emerged because of that flourish of business like trade. Then the group had their own social beliefs, their religious sacrifice, and some religious customs and tradition. Some people were lower caste. They did not like expensive religious traditions and sacrifice. Some wars happened between Mahajanapadas for that land and for cattle. And because of this all, people dissatisfied because people did not feel comfortable in that period. So they were in search of new religion because the common people they tired because of that complex religious means customs and tradition. So they were in search of new religion that can give them space and that can give mental they will be mentally they will be cool and they can live very comfortable in that religion. They need to search that religion, and definitely that Jainism and the Buddhism, both religion came and they both matched with that common people's thinking. So Jainism and Buddhism, both religion spread during that time. Religions like Buddhism and Jainism made with the thinking of the common people. The common people already they did not want to perform that expensive religious that traditions and they did not believe in sacrifice of animals. So these all both religion they were in oppose of the sacrifice of that animals and they were in oppose of that complex, expensive religious customs. They both religion believe in they did not they believe in the faith and in simple life and they did not believe in the Vedic that religion sacrifice. They left that all Vedic tradition and these both religion became popular during that time. So the Upanishad is there. You know, people did not want to perform expensive religion, that traditions. So they accepted this religion, Jainism and the Buddhism. They spread in all over the countries. So the Upanishad, we talk about the Upanishads. So the Upanishads are a type of that religion text. Upanishad, the type of religion text, they are written in spiritual leaders. They are written for means of spiritual leaders, they fall into the category of that Shrutis. Shrutis means the words of gods. Shrutis means the words of gods. The term Upanishad means to sit at the feet of teacher to receive teachings. The term Upanishad means to sit at the feet of teacher to receive teachings. So in this word, Upa means near, Ni means down, and Sad means that to sit means we have to sit in our teacher's feet to get knowledge. So Upanishad means to sit at the feet of teacher for teachings. Upanishad are the set of books composed in Sanskrit and is written in Sanskrit. They are the conversations between teachers and students. Upanishad, most of these books are converted in Sanskrit and they are the conversation between teachers and students. So, it is believed that there are most of the historians and scholars believe that there are 108 Upanishads are there, and among them 11 are more important. Scholars and historians they believe that there are 108 Upanishads are there, and among them 11 Upanishads are there. They are very important for us. So, the Upanishads are more spiritual. Upanishads are more spiritual and philosophical. They are more spiritual and philosophical than the Vedas. They do not give much importance to the rituals and the complex system of religion. They did not believe in sacrifice to animals. Means they did not believe in the complex religious rituals and sacrifice of animals. According to the Vedas, when a person dies, according to the Vedas, when a person dies, his or her soul that rebirth in another form. According to the Vedas, when a person he or she died, then his or her soul rebirth in another form. So, and according to the Upanishad, the Atma can gain moksha. The Atman can gain moksha by uniting with the Brahmans. Means by uniting with the Brahmans, Atmans can gain moksha from the cycle of life, birth and rebirth. So, it can be achieved through the proper right way and of knowledge and belief. So that Vedic and Upanishad texts were different. Upanishad believed that Atman can gain moksha by that real knowledge and belief. Most of the Upanishadic thinkers were men, and many of these thinkers were Brahmins and kings. Occasionally, you can see that Upanishadic thinkers, most probably they were men, and many of these were Brahmins. Occasionally, there is a mention of some women thinkers were there. Some women thinkers were also there, such as Gargi, a very learned woman who participated in the debates held in royal court. There were some poor people also, like Satyakama Chavala, the poor thinkers. He was also very powerful in thinking. He was very learned man. He was the son of a woman called Jabala, who belongs to the poor and low caste. He was accepted as a student by sage Gautama. So there were many thinkers were there. According to the Upanishad, there were many thinkers like Satyakama Jabala. Most of the thinkers were Brahmins, and you know that women thinkers were also there, and like Satyakama Jabala, that poorer thinker was there. So now we'll see Buddhism. So life of Gautama Buddha, the founder of Buddhism, Gautam Buddha. The founder of Buddhism was Gautam Buddha, was Siddhartha or Gautam Buddha. His original name was Siddhartha, and later on he was known as Gautam Buddha. He came to be known later. He was born in Lumbini near Kapilvastu. Gautam Buddha. He born in Kapilvastu in Lumbini near Kapilvastu, and in present day you can see in Nepal. And he was a Kshatriya caste. He belongs to a Kshatriya caste of Sakya clan. His father was Suddhodhan. His father name was Suddhodhan, the chief of Sakya Gana Sangha. His father was the chief of Gana Sangha, and his mother was Queen Maya. He got enlightenment. He left the home, and how he got enlightenment and he got freedom of life, that we'll see now. Early life. If we see early life of Gautam Buddha, we'll see Siddhartha. He was married at a young age to Princess Yasodhara, and they had a son named Rahul. And despite of this all happiness and precious life, he was living happy and precious life. But then also he went in search of for satisfaction, for enlightenment. He led very simple and that prosperous life. He left his life and he went in search of truth. So Siddhartha left. His enlightenment is there. Enlightenment. Siddhartha left his all comfort and luxurious life and went in search of truth at the age of 29 years. He went for the knowledge, means true meaning of life. He was believed our desire will be more and more. How much we will get, our desire will not complete. We need more and more things. He wandered from place to place to get knowledge, real meaning of life. For 6 years, he wandered place to place in search of knowledge and true meaning of that life. After he reached at Bodh Gaya in Bihar, he sat under a peepal tree and did meditation, long meditation there. Finally, he got enlightenment then. And after this incident, he came to be known as Gautama Buddha, and he got true knowledge of life there. The Buddha was known, the wise one or the enlightened one. Under the tree where he sit and got knowledge, that tree was called that Bodhi tree or the tree of wisdom. So both from Bodh Gaya, Gautam Buddha traveled at Sarnath, and in Varanasi where he delivered, he gave his speech, he gave knowledge to the people, common people in their own language. They gave public speech there, and from there he traveled from place to place in many countries. He preached the knowledge. In short, he gave knowledge in that common language of the people, and at the age of 80 years, he died in Kushinagar in Uttar Pradesh. So this way that life of Buddha became very simple and ascetic. Now we'll see the teachings of Buddhism. Teachings of Buddhism. The religion founded by the Buddha is known as Buddhism. Their teachings were very simple, and the Buddhism people follow that all religions and the teachings of Buddha. The main teachings of Buddha, Gautam Buddha, are the four nobles and the four truth and the eightfold path. So the four nobles are there. The world is full of suffering. The world is full of suffering. All sufferings are there. They are caused by our needs, by our desires, we can say. To end our desire, next is there, to end our desire, first one must overcome and to get rid of desire. Means we have to leave our desire to get the true knowledge. The way to end the suffering is follow the eight folds of life. And according to the Buddha, the eight folds of past that consisted are right action. The eight folds of Gautam Buddha: right action, right meditation, right livelihood, right mindfulness, right speech, right intention, right views, and right efforts. These are the eight folds of Buddha. Buddha taught life is full of suffering. We have to leave our desires, and we try to live simple life. We have to leave our all desires. Be simple, and if we desires are there, then we have to suffer in life. So we never satisfied with whatever we have. We try to get more and more things. So we need to leave our desires first. So these were the teachings of Gautam Buddha. Gautam Buddha also preached that ahimsa means non-violence. He was believed in ahimsa means non-violence. He was the thinkers of non-violence means ahimsa. And he was not believed in extensive religious customs and traditions. In short, we can't hurt the animals in violence. He did not believe in violence. He was the thinker of non-violence, means ahimsa. According to him, all human beings were equal. There were equality among all. Means the all caste system, but he did not like that rigid, complex caste system. He was in opposite of the sacrifice of animals on different occasions. So he believed that our karma, it is more important. Karma, it gave us that desire from our life. Means our karma is the more important thing. How much that good work are there, that much rebirth happens. So that also it depends, our karma is depend on our next life. It is believed by Gautam Buddha. Buddhist literature is there. The teachings of Gautam Buddhas are compiled in the Tripitakas, and which literally means that three baskets. Tripitakas are three books. Vinayapataka, Vinayapitaka, Sutapitaka, and Abhidhamma Pitaka. These three books are very important and gives knowledge about Gautam Buddha teachings. And the Jataka tells that it provides a life story of Gautam Buddha and his early life. So these are this information about the Gautam Buddha. Now you know that with this new religion came Jainism, that Gautam Buddha, that religion with that same thinking like Jainism, Jain religion. In Gautam Buddha religion, there were many followers were there. So this religion also spread more like Jainism. Buddhism was promoted by the Buddhist monks. It was spread by the Buddhist monk. Like Jain, Buddha religion spread like the Buddhist monk after the death of Gautam Buddha. It spread in many countries like India, and later on it spread in the China, Sri Lanka, Japan, Myanmar, Tibet, Thailand, everywhere it spread. Buddha received a lot of patronage. Buddhism, Buddha religion, it got a lot of patronage from the rulers like that Emperor Asoka. He built stupas, the stupa of Sarnath and the Sanchi, then Bharat, that Amravati stupa. They are examples of that period. So that spread of religion happened after the death of Gautam Buddha. And after the death of Gautam Buddha, Buddhism divided in two parts. That first part is that of Buddha that divided into two branches happened. Where Hinayana, first part is Hinayana, and who were worshipped by the Buddhas through the symbols, and second is the Mahayana, who worshipped the image or idols of Buddha. So that Mahayana and Hinayana in two parts Buddhism divided. Later, as I told you, Jainism came. That Vardhamana Mahavira. Vardhamana Mahavira was the contemporary means of Buddha. He was the founder of that Jainism, means that religion spread by Vardhamana Mahavira, which are have been circular in Alan. He was born in Kundan Grama. Vardhamana Mahavira was born in Kundan Grama near Vaisali in Bihar around 599 BCE. He was also belongs to the Kshatriya caste like Gautam Buddha. He was also belongs to Kshatriya caste like Gautam Buddha. So his father was Siddhartha and the chief of Nartika clans, and which was a part of that Vajji, and his mother Trisila was a Lichvi princess. Vardhamana was married at Yasoda and they had a daughter. At the age of 30 years, he left his home in search of right knowledge to get freedom, and he became ascetic. For next 12 years, he traveled from one place to another place in search of right knowledge. He traveled from one place to another place in search of right knowledge. Then, finally, at the age of 42 years, he attained right knowledge. He came to be known of Jina, means Mahavira. Then he was known as Mahavira. Then Jainism spread everywhere in all over the countries. At the age of 72 years, he was passed away in Pavapuri near that Rajgriha in Bihar. So at the age of 72 years, he passed away. The followers of Jainism or the Jains, they believed that there were 24 Tirthankars were teachings of Jainism were teachings of Jainism. Like Buddhism, the teachings were very simple. Like Buddha, Mahavira, like Gautam Buddha, Mahavira who traveled from place to place to spread his religion, Jainism, and he spread his whole religion. He used the languages wherever he will go. He used common language, means in which place he will go. So he used that common people's language of that place and gave knowledge and teachings of his religion. So he taught teachings and important principles of his religion. He advocated that Tirthans, three Ratnas, he advocated three Ratnas as his teachings. He traveled from place to place and gave knowledge of three Ratnas to all people. He believed in simple life. He was a thinker of simple life. He was also in favor of ahimsa. He liked ahimsa and did not believe in expensive tradition and sacrifice of animals. He was also believed that all human beings will be equal. So he was strictly following that ahimsa rules. Even an ant also can't get hurt by us. That much we were taking care. So other human beings, they did not get hurt by us. That much means he was believing in ahimsa. Mahavira did not believe in religious customs, expensive religions, tradition. He did not believe. According to him, he also opposed that caste system. He also opposed that rigid and complex caste system. So, according to him, a man had to live simple life to get right knowledge of life and truth. According to him, person's karma, his work, it is very important in life, and the next birth, according to the karma, will happen, and he learned to live simple life, disciplined and balanced life. Then his karma will be good, then he will get proper birth. Means next birth will be that right. He can get freedom from the life cycle of birth and rebirth by their karma, by their feelings and discipline. His follower had to follow all his positions. He had to means they had to leave all his positions and wealth, and they have to live simple life and accepting like they have to get food by taking alms, and men not even allowed to wear clothes also. So after the death of Mahavira, Jainism divided into two categories, that the Digambars Jains, they did not allow to wear even clothes, and Svetambar Jains, they were using white clothes. Jain literature is there. Jain religion literature did not belong. Jain religion literature did not belong to the single period. It did not belong to the single period, and nor in any text. It was just orally passed, and then it was translated in Sanskrit and written down in Vallavi in Gujarat. The original teachings of Jains were Tirthankars, and Tirthankars we get a lot of information about Jain literature. We can get information about Jain literature from that Tirthankars, and the original teachings called Purvas. Tirthankars were called Purvas. So, spread of Jainism. Jainism spread in all over the world, we can say, in different parts of our country, like India, then it became popular in Odisha, Gujarat, then Rajasthan, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, and Nepal also. Jainism received lot of patronage from the rulers like Chandragupta Maurya, a strongest ruler of Mauryan dynasty, and that founder of Mauryan dynasty. So many temples were built of such as the Delwara temple in Rajasthan. You know that Delwara temple in Rajasthan, and Mount Abu. You can see that. Then the Adinath temple in Ranakpur, it is also in Rajasthan. So these are the temples of that Jainism. Sanghas and monarchies. Both Buddhism and Jainism spread in many countries. So there were many people. They left their precious life and they were upon followers of Jainism and Buddhism. So they joined Sanghas. They left their life and joined Sanghas and monasteries. So the Buddha and the Mahaviras, that followers, they joined these all Sanghas and monasteries. Both men and women, both are allowed to live simple life, to join sanghas, and they can become nuns and monks. They have to follow the right and rituals and rules of that led by the sanghas. Vinaya Pitaka, it is a book about the rules that monk and the nuns have to follow. The rules are given in Vinaya Pitaka. Followers were admitted into the orders. They have to take permission from the elders. Suppose woman, she had to take permission of her husband. Children can participate too. They can join, but they have to take permission of their father, mother. Then that slaves and the workers, they had to take permission of their masters, and they can join. These monks and nuns, they had to lead a simple life. They can't live luxurious life like Mahavira and Buddha. They have to beg for food. They can't live luxurious life. They have to beg for food, means living very simple life. And like bhiksu, they have to eat food to taking alms only. They spend their life in studying and also travel from place to place and spread the knowledge of Jainism and Buddhism. Initially, the monks are there. They did not stay at one place only. They moved from place to place in all seasons, but they were allowed to live at one place during the monsoon season, and it was difficult to travel. So at that time only they can stay, because it is difficult to travel in rainy season. So they can stay in that caves and like a temporary shelter in garden. So they only stayed at that place only. Gradually, a need of that permanent shelter, that viharas were built for these all that Jain, that who were followers of Jain staying. Some permanent shelters were built. The monks and nuns can stay there. So in West India especially, the viharas are built for these all monks and nuns. Many wealthy people, they left their wealth and joined these all that shelters of sanghas. They join and they live simple life. They give a lot of wealth donation and build that viharas for these Jain monks and nuns, so they can stay during the monsoon season. So these are the important chapter of this new religions about Mahavira, Jain religion, and Gautama Buddha, Buddha religion, they spread everywhere in all over the countries, and people accepted their religion. These are the important chapters of Jainism and Buddhism, and I hope you understand this chapter well. Okay, thank you, children. Bye.